Here's why most people in their 20s and 30s are broke. But you don't have to be one of them. Because most people in their 20s and 30s, they was never taught how to properly manage their finances. But in this video, I want to share with you the biggest money mistakes and how to fix them to have real financial freedom for their life. So let's get into it. Most people in their 20s and 30s are broke. They're struggling. They're trying to figure out how they're going to make ends meet. Because I was in that situation once before in my life. I might not look it, but I'm a man of a certain age. And I remember when I was in my 20s and 30s. And the only thing I was so concerned about was I was going to make this money, make this money, make this money. And not just make the money, spend the money also. Don't you know? I bought a lot of cars. I bought a lot of designer clothing. And I was looking good, feeling good, smelling good, going to the clubs and doing all different types of things with my money. But at the end of the day, and I'm going to tell the truth, I was broke. I was broke, making good money, but I was still broke, living paycheck to paycheck. And I didn't have to live paycheck to paycheck because if somebody would have taught me how to properly manage my finances, I would have been so much better in my 20s and 30s. Not to mention now, but I'm just talking about my 20s and 30s. That's why I'm making this video for you, because I want you to know how you can correct those mistakes. Even if you're not in your 20s and 30s, correct those mistakes right now. Because the first mistake we all make, like I just told you, we think the money that we make, we have to spend it. I deserve a new car. I deserve designer clothing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the first mistake. You think you got to spend all your money, but you don't have to spend all your money. The way you can correct that is to have the knowledge that the money that you make, you don't have to spend it. You don't got to spend money. Yeah, you don't have to spend all your money. The money that you make is not meant to be spent. It's meant to be invested. You can spend some, but invest to others. That's the key. That's one of the principles that you have to understand about finances. The money that you make is not to be spent. It's to be invested. And you say, be invested. Be invested in what? What you mean invested in what? Invested in stocks, invested in bonds, invested in real estate. Invest in something that's going to bring money back to you. Because your money is not to be spent. It's to be invested. Buy and take care of your needs. Invest the rest. Spend on your needs and invest the rest. The second mistake that you make, you're thinking that you have to prepare and save for the future. Save for the future. That's what I thought. I put all my money in the bank. All my finances going in my savings account. I got to save for a rainy day. Why are you saving for a rainy day? You expecting a rainy day? You expecting, you got $50,000 in the bank that's getting no type of interest. 0.1 interest. You ain't getting no interest off that money. But you saving for a rainy day. It's going to be a rainy day. But instead of saving for the rainy day, give that money some instructions. Give that money some instructions, because if the money just sitting in the bank, just looking around, it's not working for you. Give that money some instructions. That's why I'm telling you, you don't have to save, invest. And after you invest, give that money some instructions. How do you give money instructions? You invest in it. You invest in something, or put that money aside and say, I want you to make more of you. I want you to duplicate yourself. Put in some stocks. Don't come back until you make some more. Put that money to work. Give that money instructions. Don't let that money be lazy. Because if the money's lazy, it's not going to work for you. Money got to work for you. That's why I'm telling you, a mistake is you put money in your savings is not getting you no interest. Give that money instructions. I'm speaking to you like I'm speaking to my children. I'm speaking to you like I'm speaking to my best friend. I'm speaking to you because I want you to have a life worth living instead of living a life of survival. And if I had all this financial instructions when I was in my 20s and 30s, I already told you, my life would be a whole lot different. That's why I'm sharing it with you. No matter what age you are, Your life can be totally different if you just take one of these things that I'm talking about. One of these things I'm talking about and implement it in your life. Because it's never too late to start. The next mistake we talking about, you thinking all these finances or the money that you make is yours. If you haven't figured it out or not, all the money you make is not yours. I work on my job real hard. I work a 9 to 5. Matter of fact, I work overtime. That money's mine. Number one, let's be real. All that money ain't yours because Uncle Sam going to come in and take some of that money out of your pocket. You won't be paying taxes. You're going to be paying your car note. You're going to be paying your apartment or your house note. All that money not yours. But the main thing I'm talking about, some of that money is for you to help somebody else. Some of that money is for you to help somebody else. Yeah, we know we got to give the money instructions to go out and duplicate itself and come back. Yeah, we know we got to invest some of that money. But some of that money is not directly for you, for your needs. It's to help somebody else. That's why you have to give some away. Give it away? That's my money. I work hard for it. Yeah, you got to give some away. Because if you don't help nobody, you don't sow a seed, it's not going to grow. And you saw some of my other videos, you know, the give principle. Giving will be given back to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, that men will put into your bosom. That means if you give some seed or you give some money away to somebody who is in need, you're going to get that money back in return multiplied. You're not doing it expecting it to come back, but you know it's going to come back because it's a biblical principle that always is in operation. That's the give principle that I talked about in a couple of videos before. So now you understand the money that you make is not all for you. It's to help somebody else. Sow into somebody else's life. I'm quite sure somebody sowed in your life. You might say, I don't know. How did somebody sow in my life? Didn't your mother give you money when you was a kid? Well, she got to give me money. No, she don't. Don't you know there's a lot of people who don't have mothers? Or they have mothers, they don't even take care of the kids when they was growing up, put them in foster care, whatever. I'm not even going to get into it. But all the money that you make is not for you. It's to sow some of that money. Because money is a seed. And if you sow that seed in somebody else's life to make their life a little bit better, don't you know your life can be a whole lot better because you gave? It's the circle of life. Once you give, it's going to come back to you. Once you sow a seed, it's going to bring forth fruit. And the fruit it's going to bring forth is your financial prosperity. So let's go over this. Let's go over this again. Number one, all the money you make is not yours. It's to sow in somebody's life, to give it or give part of it away. Number two, you got to give your money some instructions. Give it some duties to go out and duplicate itself and come back. How? Invest in stocks, invest in bonds, buy a property, whatever it is. I don't care how you make the money, as long as you come back. That's what you give your instructions to your money. And the next thing, all the money that you make, you don't have to spend it all. You spend on your needs and then invest the rest. So when you meet your future self, you want to say, man, I'm so glad somebody taught me in my 20s and 30s how to properly handle my finances. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm sharing this with you. This is to help you create that life worth living instead of living a life survival. And if you like these videos that I'm about to share with you that's up here, it's going to take your life to another level. So, like I always tell everybody, see you in the next video.